is the voice of compassion speaking to me. He is the Most High God, reigning in majesty. He is the Most High God, King of glory. He is the Most High God, yet He reaches down to me. I will spend all my days in the praise of the Most High God. I will spend all my days in the praise of the Most High God.
He is the Lord of life. All things He formed for His pleasure,
Held by His sovereign hand, grace in unlimited measure. The hand that the winds and the oceans obey is the hand on my shoulder, guiding my way. He is the Most High God, reigning in majesty. He is the Most High God, King of glory. He is the Most High God, yet He reaches down to me. I will spend all my days in the praise of the Most High God. I will spend all my days in the praise of the Most High God.
glory and honor
To the Most High God.
praise, adoration,
To the Most High God.
blessing and power
To the Most High God. He is the Most High God, reigning in majesty. He is the Most High God, King of glory. He is the Most High God, yet He reaches down to me. I will spend all my days in the praise. I will spend all my days in the praise. I will spend all my days in the praise of the Most High God. The Most High God. The Most High God.
Righteous and holy in all of your ways, we come before you with honor and praise, here to adore you for all of our days. We come before you with honor and praise. Lord of the heavens, how faithful you are. Shine down upon us, oh bright morning star, morning star. Righteous and holy in all of your ways, we come before you with honor and praise, honor and praise. Filling the temple, the work of your grace, we come before you with honor and praise, here to adore you for all of our days. We
and scarred, and the auctioneer felt it was hardly worth his while to waste much time on the old violin, but he held it up with a smile. It sure isn't much, but it's all we've got left. I guess we ought to sell it too. Now who's got a bid on this old violin? Just one more and we'll be through. And then he cried,
One, give me $1, who'll make it two? Only $2, who'll make it three? $3 twice, now that's a good price. But who's got a bid for me? Raise up your hand and don't wait any longer. The auction's about to end. Who's got just $1 more to bid on this old violin?
Well, the air was hot and the people stood around as the sun was setting low. From the back of the crowd, a gray-haired man came forward and picked up the bow. He wiped the dust from the old violin, then he tightened up the strings. Then he played out a melody pure and sweet, sweet as the angels sing. But then the music stopped. The auctioneer, with a voice that was quiet and low, he said, "What is my bid for this old violin?" Then he held it up with a bow. With a bow. Then he cried out,
One, give me $1,000, who'll make it two? Only $2,000, who'll make it three? $3,000 twice, now that's a good price. But who's got a bid for me? The people called out, what made the change? We don't understand. Then the auctioneer stopped and he said with a smile, it was the touch of the master's hand.
now you know many a man with his life out of tune is battered and scarred with sin, and he's auctioned cheap to a thankless world, much like this old violin. But then the master comes and the foolish crowd, they never understand the worth of the soul and the change that's wrought with the touch of the master's hand. Then he cried out,
One, give me $1,000, who'll make it two? Only $2,000, who'll make it three? $3,000 twice, now that's a good price. But who's got a bid for me? The people called out, what made the change? We don't understand. Then the auctioneer stopped and he said with a smile, it was the touch of the master's hand. It was the touch
the touch of the Master's hand. So many souls have tested him throughout the course of time. So many still reach out to him with broken hearts and minds. And every one of them will say, with no exception, that they find Jesus never fails. Even in the days of old, he brought his people through. And then he came to show his love when he died for me and you. And then he rose again to prove that every story had been true. Jesus never fails. Jesus never fails. Jesus never fails. You might as well get thee behind me, Satan. You cannot prevail, because Jesus never fails. Oh, my Jesus never fails. Sometimes this world brings trouble we find so hard to bear. We know we couldn't make it without Jesus being there. It's so encouraging to know, however deep we're in despair, that Jesus never fails. So what can I do to prove to you? Tell me, how can you deny? No untold facts, no mysteries. It's all so cut and dry. On the witness stand of your life, I'll be the first to testify that Jesus never fails.
suffer the cost to rescue a sinner like me, to rescue a sinner like me, Lord, to rescue a sinner like me. He abandoned his throne
and his kingdom above
to rescue a sinner like me. My mind is so limited, I cannot see the reason he died and arose just for me.
So unworthy was I, yet he came willingly
To rescue a sinner like me, to rescue a sinner like me, Lord, to rescue a sinner like me.
He abandoned his throne
and his kingdom above
To rescue a sinner like me, to rescue a sinner as worthless as I, and give me a reason to sing.
It's so hard to believe, but it happened to me.
Hallelujah to Jesus, my King, my King, to rescue a sinner like me, Lord, to rescue a sinner like me. He abandoned his throne and his kingdom above to rescue a sinner like me.
he abandoned his throne
and his kingdom above
To rescue a sinner like me, a sinner like me, a sinner like me. Out of his great love, he picked me up, set my feet on a sturdy rock. Out of his great love, I've learned the meaning of salvation. Out of his great love, out of his great love, he picked me up, he set my feet on a sturdy rock. Out of his great love, I've learned the meaning of salvation. Out of his great love,
I had gone astray, I had lost my way when I called upon his name. Then he rescued me, now the song I sing. What a loving God is he.
out of
of His great love, He picked me up. He set my feet on a sturdy rock. Out of His great love, I've learned the meaning of salvation. Out of His great love, now I shout His praise through all my days. For His endless mercy and grace, there's no other one who has greater love. With joy I'll ever say, out of His great love, He picked me up. He set my feet on a sturdy rock. Out of His great love, I've learned the meaning of salvation. Out of His great love, out of His great love, He picked me up. He set my feet on a sturdy rock. Out of His great love, I've learned the meaning of salvation. Out of His great love, out of His great love, He picked me up. He set my feet on a sturdy rock. Out of His great love, I've learned the meaning of salvation. Out of His great love, salvation. Out of His great love.
The church has been silent while the world raised its voice. In loud and angry tones they took the lead. But all across creation there's a rumbling in the hills as the chosen ones of God stand up to make His message known.
I'm gonna shout it from the housetops, proclaim it from the mountaintops, tell the world around me Jesus saves. I have made my choice, I'm gonna make a joyful noise, the world will hear my voice, Jesus saves.
The rocks and hills were ready to proclaim the Savior's might, but the Spirit of the Lord said they should wait. You see, God knew His children were ready to march on and proclaim His word throughout the land and seal the devil's fate.
But the world still tells us daily that God is not alive. Salvation's plan is just a fairy tale. But their lies don't change the truth. Jesus died for you, and the word says His returning could happen any day.
I'm gonna shout it from the housetops, proclaim it from the mountaintops, tell the world around me Jesus saves. I have made my choice, I'm gonna make a joyful noise, the world will hear my voice, Jesus saves. We have heard the joyful sound, Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Spread the tidings all around, Jesus saves, Jesus saves. I'm gonna shout it from the housetops, proclaim it from the mountaintops, tell the world around me Jesus saves. I have made my choice, I'm gonna make a joyful noise, the world will hear my voice, Jesus saves. The world will hear my voice, Jesus saves, Jesus saves.
Only Jesus is my refuge, He is my hiding place. He has been my soul sustainer, I am safe in His embrace. Only Jesus' love is constant, He's an ever faithful friend. He's my highest aspiration, I want nothing more than Him. Only Jesus will I worship. My heart has just begun to sing unending praises to an audience of one. Only Jesus will I follow. I have no higher call. I owe him my allegiance. Only Jesus is Lord of all. Only Jesus, only Jesus, my one desire. Only Jesus, all my worship, all my praises, all that I live for. Only Jesus. I want to give this life I live as a sacrifice of praise for Jesus. Only Jesus, Jesus, only Jesus, only Jesus, my one desire. Only Jesus, all my worship, all my praises, all that I live for. Only Jesus, only Jesus, my Jesus, all my worship, all my praises, all that I live for. Only Jesus, only Jesus, Jesus.
Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in his wonderful, wonderful face, and the things of earth will grow strangely dim in the light